one of President Raisi's most important achievements was foreign policy. The United States has attempted to isolate Iran for decades. And under Obama, when they first implemented the maximum pressure sanctions, but also during Trump and Biden, when those maximum pressure sanctions were revived, the United States did its best to keep Iran and its allies isolated. We have to remember that the United States also occupied Afghanistan and Iran and Iraq, and so Iran was both militarily surrounded and it was economically speaking under siege. But what President Raisi did was that he, under his leadership, the country joined the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, thus moving towards greater Asian integration, again sidelining the West, marginalizing the West. He then also pursued the policy of better relations with neighbors, and Dr. Amir Abdullahian was an expert in this region, especially our Arab friends and neighbors. So we saw, for example, rapprochement with Saudi Arabia during his presidency and improved ties with Egypt as well. And also we saw Iran joining BRICS. And that was key because Iran has been leading the fight to create an independent means of trade and business and investment which does not fall under the control of Western financial institutions or the US dollar. So we see that during these 3 years, a huge amount of change has taken place across the globe, and Iran is key in every part of this change, and that is largely to do with his leadership. He traveled to Latin America, he traveled to Africa, he had numerous trips, and that's one reason why many of these foreign dignitaries came to Iran. But also on a final note, with regards to this question, his strong support for the Palestinian people and for Hamas and the allies of Hamas, Islamic Jihad and the others, in their heroic resistance in Gaza, is unquestionable. Under his leadership, Iran continued to give full support to the resistance, to the coalition of resistance groups and countries, and that was key in defeating the Israeli regime militarily, both in Gaza but across the region, and defeating the Americans in the Red Sea. So President Raisi's international relations legacy is quite extraordinary. He's succeeded in breaking Iran from isolation, and he's also been a major player and actor in defeating the Israeli regime.